Welcome,
Okay.
welcome, Facebook. My name is Kathy. I'm from Kansas, and then I have Maryum Karim. And Maryum, where are you from?
I am originally I was born in New York. My family moved to Chicago, and then I got married and moved to Texas. So that's where I am now.
That's quite a difference.
I know, right?
Maybe in a big city.
There we go.
In the title, we've got lose to earn or get paid to earn while you lose, and that's a 90-day challenge. And
Right.
So one of the things that I want to bring up before we go very far is that we are not medical doctors, and nothing discussed in this video is intended as medical advice. The products are not intended to diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure any disease or health condition. I met Maryum probably a couple of weeks ago. I'd been seeing her posting and that type of thing, but actually got to talk to her a couple of weeks ago. And so Maryum has lost quite a bit of weight, and we're going to talk to her about her story. And then she also did the 90-day challenge with our company, and she got paid to lose her weight. So Maryum, so would you share with us a little bit about why you were trying to lose weight?
Well, initially, after I had my children, I have 5 children, my weight just kind of kept packing on, little bit by little bit. And then in 2011, I had a hysterectomy, total hysterectomy. And I didn't know that when you have a hysterectomy, you will pack on extra pounds. And I could not understand why I was just gaining all this weight. And I was like, well, I'm not eating more than I normally was eating. I mean, I had already gotten up to like 250 pounds. And I couldn't understand why I was gaining all this weight. I had gotten up past 300 pounds. So I was like, what could this be? So I tried dieting. I had already tried different diets and knew how to do it, but I could never get past like 20 pounds or 30 pounds. And a friend of mine, who I kind of grew up with, that lives in another country now, I saw her talking about this diet that she was on, these products that she was taking. And she kept saying that they stop your cravings. They stop your cravings. And I was like, So I saw pictures. She had, some before and after pictures. And I saw a couple of other young ladies that were also taking the products. And I saw their before and after pictures and in a short period of time. So I was like, well, let me try this and see if this will work for me. So in, July? Well, no, around June, the end of June, I placed my first order, and I believe it was a love box. And I was so excited to get everything. And I was like, I cannot wait to see if this really works, if they're just, making this up, or if it really works. And so the first day, I mixed everything, made the tea, drank the juice, and maybe a few hours in, I was like, okay, I'm not hungry. Maybe it's just me psyching myself out, thinking that, oh, well, you want it to work so bad. Sometimes you know how that is. You want it to work so bad. And so you psych yourself out. But the next day, the same thing. I had, it was for me, just for me. I don't know, for anybody else, if it'll be like that for them. But for me, it was like almost instantaneous that the cravings for sweets, cakes, cookies, chips, salty things just kind of diminished. And I was able to focus more on dieting, making sure that I ate, because I love salads. I grew up eating. My mom would be in the kitchen cooking, and she would always hand me a raw vegetable, things like that. So I'm used to that. And so I craved salads, and the pounds just started coming off. It was, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, because I had been using another product from another company, trying to lose weight, and maybe 5 pounds. was all I could achieve with those products. But this, at first I didn't start. I wasn't exercising. I just thought, well, I'm just going to drink it and see what it does. I think the first week I lost 7 pounds. And then the second week it was like up to 15 pounds, total. And then that first month, I believe it was like, I think maybe 25 or 30 pounds. So that was like, okay, it works. It's working. Just keep doing what you're doing. What I know as far as eating low carb, but back then it was called Atkins. But I'm old. I'm
Not older than
55.
me.
So, back then it was called the Atkins diet, but now, they've got different names, keto and macro and all that stuff. So, but I basically know what to stay away from and what ticks me off. And your body, what you'll eat, what's going to put pounds on and what isn't. But if you can't stop your cravings, yes, you have some self-control, but it's like sitting down, watching a movie, eating a bag of chips. Before you know it, the whole bag is gone. You know.
They're made that way.
Yeah, I know.
I know with myself, you were talking about having taken some other products, and I've come to realize or feel that it really wasn't the other products that were the problem. There were people getting results with those. It was, there was something in my body and obviously in your body that was holding that up, and we had to address that. Okay, so how much have you lost?
Well, as of last Thursday, was it Friday? 72 pounds. So 72. I'm a believer. I don't, even if, and I really didn't go as hardcore as I could have gone, with exercising and, making sure I do this and that. I just walked. I walked, maybe at first 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, because I couldn't even walk down my street. I used to try to walk my daughter's, she takes the bus to work. So I would walk her and I would have to stop. And we live like almost at the end. We have a really long street and my back would be hurting. I'd be out of breath. I'd have to stop. She'd already be at the bus stop, but I would have to stop, take breaks, just to walk down the street. And it just, having to get a cart at the grocery store, the ride on ones, I had to do that, because I couldn't walk around the grocery store. I was going to be tired and my back, but I'm serious. It's just debilitating. It really is. And once I started to release some of the weight, the walking became easier. I had more stamina to push myself to go, okay, well, today I did 500 steps. Tomorrow I'm going to try 700. And, I would push, every few days I would try to go further. And now I'm up to like 10,000 steps per day. So, and it's crazy because sometimes you have your days, where you have to make yourself get up and do it, because you have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to, you have to be the driving force, but whatever's driving you, you've got to remind yourself why you're doing it. Otherwise, you can easily slip back into those bad habits. And even with the juice that, the products that I take,
you still have to get up in the morning.
Yeah. If you don't, and I, sometimes I've heard people say, well, you can eat whatever you want. I wouldn't. I wouldn't, because I noticed something. It does stop you from craving things that you really shouldn't eat. However, if you are hard-headed and try to eat those things anyway, it may become a little harder you'll struggle a little bit with it. And I noticed that. So I was like, oh, that's it. I'm not doing it. I'm not, I might, like, my kids may come in with some fast food. I'm like, okay, give me one French fry. That's all I can handle. And after that, I'm fine,
Right.
but you have to make it up in your mind as well. That is what you want.
Yeah.
But and I just it really helped. The fat just melts away. It
Well,
really
I
does.
know when I weighed over 300 pounds, and that's been several years ago, I couldn't keep up with my kids. My kids were young. I couldn't get up and down. I already felt like I was 90.
Mhm,
And so
mhm,
I was able to lose that weight down to the 225 area. And then I would bounce between 225 and 215, but I
mhm,
could not get below that 215 mark until
mhm,
I took these products. I cleaned out my liver. I cleaned out,
mhm,
did some detoxification. And I
mhm,
really feel that that's what was holding my body up.
mhm.
And so then I started losing, and now I'm lower than I've been in years. And I'm
Wow.
getting ready to do the 90-day, because I
Yeah.
still have 50 pounds to lose, and I want that $500.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um, now you did take that 90-day challenge.
Mhm.
Did you really hit it hard during that time, or did you just keep doing what you were doing?
Okay. So in my mind, I was going to really hit it hard, but I'll say that it helps to have a good support system of people that are going to remind you. If you don't, that's fine, because at first everybody was looking at me in my household was like, well, mom, we know you don't want your sweets anymore, and you don't eat that. And they were really going hard, teasing me and everything, until I was like, you guys, I lost 50 pounds. I lost 60. I'm at 70. And they were like, wow, good for you, Mom. Now they're cheering me on now. But it's sometimes for a lot of people, seeing is believing. They have to see it in order to say, okay, that does, it is going to help. But at first I just mainly kept doing what I was doing. There were days when, well, see, this is what I did. So if you break it up in three, was it 45, 90 days? Okay, so you've got
Mhm.
day 45 and then day 90. So that's kind of like three, because you have to report it for, three different times. So if you divide that by three, that's what, 16 pounds. And in my mind, I was like, oh, 16 pounds, that'll be easy to lose, each time. But it got harder,
Yeah.
especially towards the end, because my body had gotten used to the walking, the eating right. So it didn't click until almost when it was over. Well, gee, maybe you should intensify your workout. So, so now I do the walking, but I maybe listen to something and dance while I'm walking, and really, like, feel like I was in high school again, and just, bop to whatever. And it helps so much. It really helps. It helps a whole lot. So,
Well, I know with this, we'll talk about the 90-day, and we're not going to go into super detail about it.
yeah.
If you are interested in that, and you are looking at this video from Maryum's page, please get back with Maryum. If you're looking from my page, get back with me. We'd be happy to send out the details for it. But
Right.
you were paid over $200
Um,
for
right,
the 90-day challenge, right?
right. My goal was 50 pounds, but like I said, a few slip ups in that time. Um, I was able to get rid of, was it 33 and a half pounds? So, and that was $6 per pound, which was $201, I think, 201, 202, something like that. I don't care. I was happy, just to, you know, I was disappointed in myself, but you live, and I just like, I'm just like, okay, I really got to go hard. I've got to really measure everything I eat now. I have to make sure that I'm not, even if you eat too much salad, you have to really watch your calories and stay in a calorie deficit. And then that will aid. And then with the products, that help burn the fat, it's like a double whammy. So
Right.
it'll really like kind of put you in fat burning mode. So
Kind of like doing the square to a number.
yeah,
If you're
yeah,
into
yeah.
math. And I want to point out, I've done 90-day challenges in the past with other companies, and it's always been you're competing with a whole group of people, and then somebody wins.
Yeah.
And this is not that way, which I just love that. If you put in the work and you lose the pounds, no matter, as long as you lose more than 20, I think that's kind of the cutoff. As long as you lose more than
Right.
20, you're going to be paid something.
Right.
But if
Well,
the
even if it's 20, and I didn't mean to interrupt, but even if it's 20, you get MRP points, which is
right.
You can still get something. You
Right.
still get, you can go and
plus you lost the weight. This is just incentive on top of it. Okay, and so then we can do it more than once, because this is what, your second time around for doing that?
It will be. It will be. I haven't started yet. I was planning to start this past Sunday, but I figured, well, since I did do another video, I kind of want to get more people to do it so we can all kind of do it together and start together, and then hopefully I can get it going, because it's gonna take a lot to get that, because now that I have released that much weight, usually when you've released, it's like the first amount that you lose is like the quickest and the most. Now it's kind of, I'm really gonna have to work for this, work really hard, but I think I can do it.
It'll be worth it. All right. So if you like what you've heard, then go ahead and contact one of us. We'll be happy to get you that information. I know that I'm looking to lose 50 pounds, and that'll get me back down to high school, when I thought I was fat.
Yeah.
When there's only 5 or 6 girls in your class and they're all 100 pounds, you're
I know.
fat.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I have pictures of myself, and I'm just like, I was that small. What? I was like, my husband has never, when I got married, I was 220 pounds, and my husband's loved, he could care less, but I want him to meet the high school Maryum. So hopefully.
Thank you so much for coming on with me and cheering me on. We're going to have fun.
Yeah, we're going to have a ball. Bye-bye.
Bye.